If you are a full-time caregiver, especially if you have an aging parent living with you, you may find yourself sometimes thinking, I just need a little bit of a break. And you may have looked around and have had a hard time finding places to be able to take your loved one if they can't stay at home by themselves, or you just don't want them to have to stay at home by themselves. Some churches have programs and there are other places that might be available, but here is a brand new one that just opened in Austin. It's called Town Square. There are others around the country as well, and I'm joined today by Elisa. You're one of the co-owners of Town Square here. You definitely feel like you have stepped back in time here.
Yes, yes. We definitely wanted to make an atmosphere where we can be able to transport our members back into time where they had their strongest memories. That's why we created a town that's a 1950s style, and it just really helps with the reminiscence therapy approach to our activities here.
So we're going to take a little bit of a tour and talk a little bit about just why this respite care is so important for both the caregiver and for the older adult as well. So let's start here. So a lot of the activities are dementia related, correct? I mean, you want to try to help support people who might have dementia.
Absolutely. We are open to all seniors, but we do specialize in dementia and Alzheimer's care. So we are able to help with their cognition levels and lengthen their lives by enriching it with activities, engagement, socialization. That's the key piece here, is just to have them out of their homes. That way they have activities during the day.
And we can hear the activities going on behind us, so we'll address that because you do try to have lots of different activities that they can do at lots of different levels.
Yes, we do. We have restorative activities, leisure activities, productive, and also activities that involve wellness and self-care.
And you have music, you have other kinds of things that can help bring back some of those memories as well.
Yes, absolutely. We try to do memory embers, just things that they may have done in their past lives and earlier in their lives where they can just really elaborate with us.
And those physical activities are always really good.
Oh yes, we always try to have a few activities with physical sports and things like that.
This room really transports you.
Yes, so this is our little blue house, and it's just reminiscence of a home back in the 1950s era. Cozy and comfortable, and it's a place where they can rest if they need to.
And now we just call that retro.
Yeah, exactly.
And talk a little bit about sort of where you and your siblings came up with being part of this and the importance of that to you.
Sure.
Because this came from personal experience.
Yes, it did. Us as a family, our father had suffered a massive stroke a couple of years ago, and we are all working children, and we needed a place for them or for him to go to during the daytime while we were at work. Instead of hiring a private caregiver, we just wanted him to be able to thrive somewhere where he had support and some care for him, and there wasn't many options in Austin. So when we came across this idea, we decided we wanted to give back to the community and be able to serve other families that need the same care as well.
Yeah, and know that they're having a lot of fun at the same time,
Oh
right?
yes, absolutely.
But it's not just about a lot of fun. You're really trying to create some strength and really working on their physical condition as well.
Yes, we actually want like to start their morning with some exercise, chair yoga, sit and be fit. We can do drum circle here. And just get their bodies up and moving rather than sitting at home alone or watching TV. We want to be able to interact with them.
Because I would imagine that even for those who have their aging parent living with them, they may be working full time, whether back in the office or even remotely, that you feel bad because you feel like, oh gosh, they're just going to be sitting and watching television. I'd really like for them to feel like they have something to do that's fun, as well as even if I'm not working full time, or sometimes I just need a little bit of a break to be able to run errands and things like that. I feel like it's, when my kids were little, they went to Mother's Day out because I just needed some time to be able to run errands, get to the grocery store, some of those things. And I feel like that this is really like caregivers' day out, I guess, in some ways, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Most of our members still live at home, so it is nice to be able to take them somewhere where it's safe. They're interacting with other members that are of their age, and just provide respite for their caregivers.
That's the theater. That's why it's dark, right? Yes. That was the theater, right?
Yes, that's our movie theater.
Right. Let's see. Well, and I think that you do a lot to bring back those memories, like the city hall.
Yes. We have our Wall of Honor here where we like to honor our veterans here. This is also where we have our nurses station. And we have a little office space here too for those folks who may have had a desk job at one point in their lives. And so we can give them light activities to sort papers if they'd like to, or be a volunteer or helpful around here. And just be productive.
Yeah, keep them busy.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the people then are that could benefit from respite care are people who maybe live with their children, need something
Yes.
for them to do, or maybe live at home by themselves and their loved one their adult children want them to have something else to do besides just being home by themselves.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Right. So a little pet store, a pet shop.
So this is our pet shop. This is considered one of our rest areas. So
Okay.
if they are feeling a little tired throughout the day, we can definitely come in here, watch a movie, and just rest a little bit.
Let's see. And then, of course, there has to be a good old-fashioned diner.
Yes. So here we serve breakfast, lunch, and snack. And we have a diner here where we will actually sit with our members and socialize and have a nice meal.
So I feel like is one of the most important things to think about is just the benefits of being able to get out and doing things. What do you see for the seniors?
I see our members thriving. I see their personalities coming out. You know, maybe they're at home and they're a little bit quiet or timid and not as outgoing as they used to be. They really get to thrive here with other members, share experiences, and just really enjoy each other's company.
And then what do you say, because I know that we hear adult children who will say, I want my parents to get out and do some things, but they don't want to. They'd rather just stay at home. What do you say to that?
What we do is we have them come in for a tour.
Okay.
We would love them to see it in person because it's quite unique. It definitely transports you to a different time. It looks like a movie set. But we also do trial days for our members, our potential members. That way they can experience it and actually be involved. And I would say 99% of the time, it's a sure thing. And they see their loved ones happy and enjoying themselves, and that's the benefits, and it's great.
So as the adult child, what could we say to our parent who might be hesitant about, oh, I don't want to go someplace there, I don't want it to be like a daycare or something. Like what would you say to your dad, if you, for instance, to say like, hey Dad, we have something that we want you to try. What would be the great way to phrase that?
I can, explain it as a brain boot camp or a place of socialization. Some families call it the club, where they can come and just socialize with other members and just enjoy their time here. And it's safe and it's carefree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much for showing us around.
Absolutely.
This is definitely a way to get transported back in time, but hopefully this just shows that there are places where your aging parent can go, they can get interaction, they can get that socialization, and be able to give you a break when you might need it as well.